Hi, YouTube. I'm Bailey Smith, and I'm going to talk about the worst nightmare I had. I've been having this I would say, about 17 years. I've been having this dream for 17 years. I was always, scared of, Freddy Krueger and all that. So I had a dream about Freddy Krueger, and I was, for people that live in Algonquin, you know the area, how there's, excuse me. There's CVS, Cumberland's, and the pizza place and the mattress store. That area. I was in CVS. I was running out because I had to go down and grab my mom's prescriptions. So I was literally running for my life out of CVS, grabbing my mom's prescription and freaking running because it was a freaking bloodbath. There was blood everywhere because Freddy Krueger basically slaughtered everyone in there, and I was literally petrified of him for about 17 years until now. I conquered my fear over him. But when I was about 8 years old, I think it was 8 or 7 or 10, one of those ages, I was in Algonquin for that. Ever since then, I've been having those nightmares. It's been leading up to that, and to that. I was scared to life. I literally had to turn my light on and sleep with my light on every night. So, for that to happen to me, I was scared for life. So, me and Freddy Krueger were having a battle, and I literally was running. And he came at me with my Krueger fix and told me, "Oh, Bailey, would you like to be slaughtered to death?" And I was literally just going like this. I'm like this, running and looking behind me as I'm running. And I'm freaking running for my life because I'm afraid to get my head slaughtered. So I'm running and running and running and running and running. So I turned around and ran. As I'm running, all of a sudden, I see my mother down at the end of the area where you go to McDonald's, down that area, the entrance. She's standing there getting slaughtered to death. And I see my sister, hair's getting, Freddy Krueger's literally holding her hair with his hand, and his knife's in the other one, yanking out her heart. I literally see that, and I'm like, and then I see my niece and nephew over there, and I'm like, okay, that draws the line. And I turned around and ran over, and I risked my life, and I woke up and go, I woke up and started breathing because I didn't know what to do. So I was tears were coming out, I was sweating, and I woke up with a claw mark on my chest because it was the size of knives, knife marks, like the marks you make with your nails, knife marks on my chest. I was literally scared. I didn't even know what the hell to do. So I turned around. I'm like, oh, I called up my grandmother. I'm like, Grammy, I don't know what to do. Blah, blah, blah. This and that happened. I have claw marks on myself because Freddy Krueger was in my dream and he literally cut me in my sleep and blah, blah, blah and all that. So she turned around and told me to call my mom. So I turned around and called up my mom. I'm like, Ma, Freddy Krueger attacked me in my sleep, blah, 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 and this and that happened. So I turned around and told my mom that. So my mom turned around and took me to a psychiatrist, a therapist, for me to find out to see if I was going crazy or not. And it came back that I wasn't. I was scared of horror movies. For 3 years, I was scared. And I was literally scared to go anywhere. I was scared to watch the movie. I was scared to do anything. Because from Freddy Krueger, I was petrified. I was afraid to go into a closet. I was afraid even to turn the light on in the bathroom. I was scared. Out of my life because of Freddy Krueger, because I had a dream that he turned around and slaughtered my mother, slaughtered my sister, and almost tried to slaughter my niece and nephew. I had a dream that happened, and I was scared. I didn't even know what the hell to do. So I turned around and called my grandmother. My grandmother told my mom, and they brought me to a therapist and told the therapist that I might have been crazy. So I'll take it off from there later. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.